case of Mackenzie Shirilla. She had a mission, and she executed it with precision. The mission was death, Dominic's father, Frank Russo, said. One of the saddest cases that shook the whole region of Ohio was the case of Mackenzie Shirilla. What exactly happened? Only one way to find out. Hey there, mystery fans. If you're anything like me, you love a good mystery that keeps you on the edge of your seat. Well, today we've got a thrill for you. But before we go right in, don't forget to hit that subscription button and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest video. 19-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla has been sentenced after she was found guilty of murdering her boyfriend, Dominic Russo, 20, and his friend, Davian Flanagan, 19. During the sentencing, Mackenzie Shirilla cried as she was found guilty of murdering her boyfriend in Cleveland on August 14th, 2023. The teenager who resided in Ohio was sentenced on a Monday after she was convicted of intentionally crashing her car at 100 miles per hour. Why did she do that? The reason behind it was due to an increasingly toxic relationship she had with her boyfriend. Mackenzie Shirilla was found guilty of 12 counts, including 4 counts of murder. According to prosecutors at the 4-day trial, it was said that the couple fought, and just before Dominic's death, Shirilla made violent threats, including threatening to crash her car with Russo in it. After those threats, she decided to ultimately end their toxic relationship. We put plenty of that sort of evidence in front of the judge, Tim Troop of the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office said. There is no doubt that this happened because of the relationship with Dominic, and the defendant's intent was clearly to end that, and she took everybody that was in the car with her. There were frequent breakups and threats between the ex-couples. According to Russo's family members, Shirilla and Russo had been dating for 3 or 4 years, and she had spent a majority of the relationship living with Russo at his home, prosecutors said in Cuyahoga County court filings. Russo's mother testified in court that her son and Shirilla fought and that threats were made, and his brother, Angelo, testified that the couple broke up often. I witnessed a lot of negative behavior from her to my brother, and that just kind of pushed away as a big brother figure, because she just wasn't fair to him, Angelo Russo said. Christine Russo, Dominic's older sister, 34, said she didn't see the fights in the couple's relationship, but heard some details from friends of Dominic. From what I heard from his buddies and people very close in their age, not that they saw the crash coming, but it wasn't a surprise to a lot of people based off her behavior and how she was, she said. You would never think in a million years, nobody ever would have thought that this would happen. She continued, I think everybody says that when somebody's in a domestic violence situation or if they have an abusive partner, you just don't see that from the outside. It happens behind closed doors. One of victims of the accident, Flanagan, who was Dominic's friend, also passed away from the crash. His father wrote on Facebook that his son Davian was just an innocent passenger looking for a ride home. Troop, one of the prosecutors, said he was friends with Dominic and Davian was just cargo. He was just a suitcase in the back seat in the defendant's mind. Even at the trial, prosecutors mentioned 2 incidents they claimed showed Shirilla's threatening and violent behavior. On July 17th, 2022, just 2 weeks before the fatal crash, Shirilla was driving on Interstate 71 with Dominic as a passenger when she threatened to crash the car because she was upset over a disagreement they had previously. Russo called his mother by phone and asked to be picked up during the disagreement, but one of his friends ended up going to get him. The friend was on the phone with Russo when he heard Shirilla say, "I will crash this car right now." When the friend pulled up to pick up Russo, he found Shirilla's car pulled over on the side of the road with the passenger side door open. The friend saw her striking Dominic with both of her hands. Dominic then left the vehicle and left, the friend said. During another conflict in July 2022, Russo recorded Shirilla making violent threats towards him. The videos from Russo's cell phone revealed that the two got into a fight and Shirilla was heard repeatedly degrading Dominic, threatening him and damaging his property. With all that was happening, Dominic wasn't comfortable letting her inside his home any longer, and he was heard trying to calm Shirilla down, but to no avail. Shirilla, on the other side, was heard banging on the house door demanding to be let inside and calling him degrading and highly inappropriate names. She threatened to open up his car and break off the door handle, while counting down verbally multiple times to force him to let her in, and said, You're gonna come open this door right now or there's gonna be a serious fucking problem. He, however, stopped recording and called his mother for help. According to Shirilla's defense, the situation wasn't one-sided and that she and Russo mutually fought with each other. Her attorneys also mentioned that there was no exact proof behind the fact that she crashed the car intentionally. But during the trial, a security video of the car crash was played in that courtroom. It showed her vehicle zoom on a street and crash with a roar into a building, with no signs of slowing down. The crash happened around 5:30 a.m. July 31st, 2022, when Shirilla moved her Toyota Camry into the Pleadco building in the Cleveland suburb of Strongsville. A certified forensic mechanic testified that her car's event data recorder showed that moments before the crash, the accelerator pedal was being pushed down at full capacity with no application of the brake. Shirilla faces a maximum sentence of life in prison, without eligibility for parole for 32 years. The Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office said. Despite his heartbreak, Dominic Russo's father said that he doesn't support Shirilla spending her entire life behind bars. It's horrible for everybody. Yeah, I lost my son. It's harder on our family, but I don't want the rest of her life ruined too. It isn't going to make me feel any better, he said. He called her a kid who did a damn stupid thing. He described his son as a go-getter who loved playing basketball and was goal-driven. He was opening up his own clothing line. He was not average kid, I'll tell you that, he said. Shirilla claims she doesn't remember anything that happened, but Frank Russo said he doesn't buy her claims one bit. During the trial, the court revealed a text Shirilla sent to Dominic's mother saying she didn't remember the crash and wanted to get hypnotized to recall it. The text said, "I remember turning onto the street and then my vision fades to black. It really kills me not being able to remember anything. I've been asking my therapist why I don't remember, and she said it's because of trauma, but I'm gonna try to go get hypnotized and make myself remember." After Russo's death, Shirilla flooded his online obituary with photos of the two. In a post she made on August 24th, 2022, she shared a photo of the couple at Universal Studios with the caption, "I miss you, Nug. I still feel like you're just going to walk in the door any second. I miss your laugh, your perfect smile. God, you are the last person to deserve this. You had such a perfect life ahead of you. I wish I told you all this more. Please wait for me." Throughout the month of August, she repeatedly shared different pictures of the two together, including prom photos. Shirilla was, however, found guilty of 4 counts of felonious assault, 2 of aggravated vehicular homicide, 1 of drug possession, and 1 of possessing criminal tools, in addition to 4 counts of murder. Cuyahoga County Common Pleas. Judge Nancy Margaret Russo rebuked Shirilla's actions when she announced the verdict, and she called Shirilla literal hell on wheels. Her actions were controlled, methodical, deliberate, intentional, and purposeful. This was not reckless driving. This was murder, the judge said. The video clearly shows the purpose and intent of the defendant. She chose a path of death and destruction that day, she added. According to the judge, Shirilla drove on purpose around 5:30 a.m., which was an hour when not many witnesses or people would be around, along a path she didn't routinely use but had visited a few days before. And there you have it, guys. The baffling case of Mackenzie Shirilla. What are your thoughts? Do you think she killed him on purpose or was it accidentally? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled and your detective skills sharp.